Tui Kamikamitha, game face on. Fiji ready to get the footy first here in a home international, and the bounce was a handy one for them. Looked every chance to go dead, but it sat up for Micah Sivo in that corner. The Fiji Bati boasting over 1,000 games of NRL experience. PNG under 400 in that category. And the referee, Wyatt Raymond, with an early stoppage.
There was a head clash here. Jack DeBellin, he's saying he's okay.
That's me stopping it. Just get checked, mate.
Oh, it was a head clash.
Front foot.
Nakambuwai and Jack DeBellin going head-to-head there. So often we see those situations from the kickoff, don't we? But it was play number 2, and DeBellin has been given the all-clear for now to play on. He'll play on with the Dragons again in 2025. There was some talk that he might move on, Jack, but staying with St George Illawarra.
Well, he'll be a real asset to the Kumuls because he can play as a halfback. He plays that link role. So watch for him in good field position to be working with Lockie Liam around the middle of the field.
So Donahue gets the early kick away. And the chase led by Kikau and Michael Jennings with the physicality over the top. 7 tests for Australia, 10 more for Tonga, and now on his debut for Fiji at left centre. This is strong defence by Fiji Bati.
Well, they made a statement, the first 2 tackles, the Fijians. Very physical.
There's 5 metres on offer for Roderick Tai. And out of dummy half, it's Nene McDonald. Great go forward, and late offload as well for Horn, who's preferred to Rimbu in the number 9 role to start here. And DeBellin up over halfway, so after that early onslaught from Fiji defensively, PNG able to get the go forward going. And the kick to come from Labor, under pressure from Kikau, who led the NRL in charge downs. And Sivo told by his teammate, you better get going. You weren't quite in the end goal.
Jacob, hold, stand, hold, Jack, hold.
Those 2 meetings last year, Fiji won the first, 43-16. PNG bounced back with a 20-point victory in the final a week later. Both of those games in Port Moresby. We're in Suva tonight. The HFC Bank Stadium, playing host to the Pacific Championships for the first time. Shape for an offload, but no joy for Tane Milne. Off contract at the Rabbitohs. Kamikamitha. 17 minutes in that grand final loss against the Panthers with the Melbourne Storm. And it's Donahue getting the kick away, plenty of height in it. And Derby. It's the 1 NRL game so far for North Queensland in 2023, that was. Suffered a bad injury against the Broncos in pre-season. Tore his rotator cuff, and it's been a long road back for him. Able to come back via the Queensland Cup and now into international footy, Robert Derby. And there's Robert Matthias on his international debut, played in the PM's game last week. DeBellin ball playing. And Tai met by Jennings again. What a start he's made defensively, the veteran. And Labert chasers trying to time their run here on Taruva in the number 1 jumper for Fiji.
I like him at fullback, Taruva. Plays that real support role through the middle of the field, similar to how Dylan Edwards plays at Penrith. Not too much ball playing from Taruva, more support around the middle.
Late offload here, allowing Runga Blake to go to work. Horn able to nail him one-on-one. Wanga Blake has been playing in the Super League with St Helens last season, and now Jennings in attack. Flicks it back, throws it away though. Alec Winky able to pounce.
That side of the field, there's some strike, kick out, and Jennings got that one wrong, but plenty of strike.
Quick playing the ball from Simbican, allowing room here for DeBellin. McDonald chimes in. And Matthias didn't push the pass to his outside man, Roltinger. Nene McDonald, huge man in the fullback role. Gets it away to Matthias. PNG knocking on the door here. Trying to silence the crowd in Suva. Lamb fires one to DeBellin. Change of angle for Ty. They might be able to keep going right. Flicked out the back really late. And Horn. Oh, what defence on their own goal line from Fiji Bati. From dummy half, one last crack on the last, and Fiji able to hold him up.
Well, that took some strength, didn't it, to save the try there. Horn looked for all money as though he was about to put the ball down. Fiji able to hold, not only hold him up, but force him back into the field of play. Some real physical strength there.
Jacob off the arm, all the way. Hold. Hold. Go one.
Donahue finds his fronts. But held on. Tangi Tuimā was a standout in that win for Fiji in Port Moresby last year against this opposition.
He's been playing lower grades with the Bulldogs the last couple of years. Penny. Real competitive little kid. Loves playing for Fiji.
Yes, 12th test match appearance for him today. 2 games for him in the New South Wales Cup last year. That pass out of dummy half looked a little suspect, and it's called forward.
His halfback let him down there, the dummy half, way too flat, and he moved on the pass, moving forward into a bit more depth there. He moves forward onto the pass.
He played junior rep football for the Knights, Donahue.
Did he?
Yeah. He's been with the Dolphins program. But played some lower grade football with the Knights.
He's been strong. Nene McDonald.
He's been terrific in the UK.
Nene?
Yeah.
Remember he burst on the scene. Was it for the Dragons or the Roosters?
He's always had ability.
He looked like he's going to be anything. Lost his way a little bit.
Played 98 games in all in the NRL, and 12 tries this year in the centres for Salford. It's a controversial move as well. Played for Lee and Leeds as well before that.
They can play any position in the back line. He's a very talented player.
Only knows one way. Valentine Richard from the PNG Hunters. DeBellin, the Labert. Pick out, and Donahue saw to him. Kumuls have had the best ball so far. Lamb gets it out to Matthias. And they get a set restart late in the count here. Fiji Bati deemed offside by the referee Wyatt Raymond.
Yeah, DeBellin, Labert and Lamb, they certainly give the PNG side plenty of ball movement and plenty of direction too. They'll ask a few questions of this Fiji defence.
Horn look left, goes right. Risk taken by Jennings. What a pass, and the pick up by Derby. Then the try saver, Donahue. What about this action early, and now intercept thrown into touch. It's Fiji Bati ball either way.
Yeah, one-on-one down at 1 metre short side. I don't think you're going to go over the top of Micah Sevo. Might want to rethink that one. Great pass, pick up on his ankles. I can imagine the humidity. Terrible up there in Suva. And then the tackle from Donahue. Great tackle.
Yeah, temperature's still 25 degrees here. Humidity relatively high. 20 past 8 local time in Suva. Wanga Blake again, the former Eel and Panther. Played for the struggling St Helens this year. Here's Micah. A Parramatta teammate of Wanga Blake. At speed. What about this run from Navale? No markers there, so look at Taruva go. This is the best passage so far from the home team. Quick play the balls. On the last, Donahue. Through the hands was the intent, but Labert got to him.
Yeah, they were stretched there, PNG, but they handled the last tackle defence really well. They didn't panic. Donahue had kick out to his left, but wasn't able to get the ball away. They actually handled that really well, PNG. But you saw the power there of the Fiji side. If they can get some quick play the balls and a bit of a roll on, they'll be very hard to contain.
Well done.
McDonald again right up the middle. No score in the opening 10 minutes here. First try feels important. Now moving it on to Reece Martin. Another former Bulldog. After 132 games with the Leeds Rhinos, he's moving on to Hull KR next year. Became PNG's all-time games record holder last year in the Pacific Champs. Lamb's kick. An awkward one here for Semi Valame. Pinned in that corner. Had 4 games this year with the Cowboys, the former Raider, Semi Valame.
Like him as a player. Really strong winger, good finisher, good defender, makes plenty of metres. Surprised he hasn't played more NRL.
Yeah,
19 tries, strike rate is good in his 42 NRL games total. Oh, big defence over the top on the captain. And it's the backs who did it. Labour and Roderick Ty. He studied applied physics, Roderick Ty. He just exercised it there. Look at this kick.
40-20, is it?
It's tremendous. And Nene McDonald won't get there. Fiji, Bati and their fans celebrating.
Well, that's a big play. It's been a real arm wrestle the opening 11 minutes. Back and forth, back and forth. It's going to be the first real time Fiji has had any field position. I can imagine they'll go to their back row. Look at this for a strike. Nailed it.
No wonder they're celebrating. Knocking on the door here of the opening try. Fiji Bati. Tangi Tuimā fires it to Donahue, and now Navale looking dangerous with ball in hand.
Yeah, they don't want to get too tricky here. They're not far away. They'll blast their way over if they can.
An early set restart. Navale helping out at dummy half. Donahue cuts one out to kick out. And again, Labour, his defence. A lead early.
It was a really good tackle.
Jennings goes back to the playmaker. Tui Kamikamitha. Over the top of his man that time. Flow for Tangi Tuimā. He'll play it on the last. Centimetres away. Taruva trying to invent something. And the kick is a poor one.
Yeah, well, he's not renowned for his kicking game in the NRL, and we probably saw why there. Mind you, you don't get many kicks when you're in a team with Nathan Cleary and Jerome Luai. You don't get a chance to practice that often. But he shanked that.
And he's following Jerome Luai to the West Tigers next season.
Well, he won't have to do any kicking at the Tigers either, thankfully.
And he's playing in the one because Jareem Buller is not available due to injury, and they'll both be at the Tigers next year. I expect Buller to be the one and Taruva play centres or wing.
Yeah, he'll be on the wing. He'll be a lot stronger next year, the Tigers. Well, let's hope.
Quick hands from Martin and Dean forward. That little touch pass from Lockie Lamb.
Well, you can see the difference with the key players linking. Jack DeBellin in the middle. He's linking on the left side with Lockie Lamb, and Labour, he's predominantly on the right side. I think those 3 plays, if they get together, Jack DeBellin, Lockie Lamb, and also Reece Martin, they can give headaches. No, that was flat.
Touch judges tonight, Phil Henderson, John Stone, lending a hand to Wyatt Raymond in the middle. And the bunker is involved, Liam Kennedy at the controls there. The defence of both teams, the standout in the opening 15 minutes here. Both have had to defend their own line at times.
Give room, Jacob.
Tane Milne elevated to the starting lineup in that number 15 jumper. 21 games for the Rabbits last year. Donahue digging in. Bulwai played 2 games for the Titans back in 2017. Was a try scorer on debut as well. Donahue's kick to Ruva chasing. So too Jennings. Soccer skills. Puts it dead.
Unlucky there. The weight right. Jennings would have scored. As it's a missed opportunity. You can see the Fijian team in the middle really powering through the middle. And the PNG team. So important. The kicking game. At the end of these sets, you've got the big men rolling forward. You've got to put the polish on the end of that set.
This PNG team features 4 debutants here tonight. Roltinga, Matthias, Bandi and Alu coming off the bench later. Can they make the most of this 7-tackle set? Matthias, one of the debutants, to Roltinga, who's through the tackle and just tripped up. Oh, that worked from Valamay. Lockie Lamb now inside the 20. He goes. Oh, one-on-one tackle from Tane Milne. Given the all clear on Lamb. Horn eventually goes on the outside. Simbakin gets a quick play the ball. Short side raid here. Roderick Ty, the kick. Another 7-tackle set given up to Taruva this time.
Oh, look out. Look out.
They're struggling to get onside. It's a high shot at the end that draws the penalty.
You can see both teams, when they fall into their structure, they just don't look comfortable. However, when they have the power game, just power over the advantage line, get some offloads or just get out of dummy half and just play ad-lib footy, all instinct, they look totally different. Is it high tackle?
Good touch fighter as well. Gets them up to halfway and now kick out. Good to go forward. 10th test match for him. Got a good try scoring record for his country as well.
I think their boots are caught up here. The laces in their boots.
Come on.
Maybe big laces too. These look strong.
Kamitha got rocked earlier, but 2 hit-ups since then have been damaging. Donahue's seeing plenty of it. Taruva. Oh! Intercept thrown by Kikau. And the chase is on. Derby. Clean pair of heels. Good chase this, isn't it? But in vain, and Robert Derby opens the scoring for PNG. Kikau pushed the pass and paid the price.
Yeah, once again, trying to play the structured play. I don't think it suits the Fijian team. Kikau gets the ball. Very similar to last night. First try from an intercept. Long range also. Derby got up there in the passing lane. Kisses the badge, waves at the crowd.
There was an old saying when we were kids, don't pass the ball with your back turned. That's what Viliami does there. He gets the ball on the charge and thinks that quick hands is the go, but he turns his back on the defender and lands the ball right in his lap. It was a good chase. Kevin Nagama coming across field from the other side of the field to try and save the day. Kikau turns his back, throws the pass. Well picked up by Derby. A good chase by Kevin Nagama to come across. We've got our first points in this game.
Yeah, Robert Derby, I mentioned that rotator cuff injury sustained against the Broncos in a pre-season trial with the North Queensland Cowboys. Probably set for plenty of first grade this past year, but had to come back via the Queensland Cup with the Northern Pride. Played 8 games, and they won all 8 games that he played in. So he's been a good luck charm this year at club level, and Jason Demetriou hoping that's the case here on the international stage. Took over from Justin Holbrook to lead the PNG Kumuls. And they are well supported here in Suva tonight.
It's really soft, like any working.
Rugby League mad country. Papua New Guinea, and this guy is an elite goal kicker. 81% throughout his career in the Super League. Look at all those points for the Rhinos.
Yeah, I often thought that he went to the Super League too early. He's had a great career over there, but I thought he had plenty of NRL left in him. And as you say, he's been a prolific point scorer. This is well within his capabilities, even though it's from the sideline.
There's a game earlier this year. He kicked 13 out of 13 in a 68 points to 6 win. Goes high, and the win got it.
Your way, Stoney. Thank you. Behind it, behind.
So nice speed shown by both men in that foot race. Kevin Nangama forced Derby to score out wide. How handy will those 2 points that he saved Fiji Bati be at the end of it all here. DeBellin bringing it back.
Penny off the arm. Tui. Go one.
Fiji, PNG and the Cook Islands will play each other once. Best record out of those 2 games each will play for promotion at Combank Stadium in mid-November. It's been busy. He's got the footy due to Rimbu. We saw that last week. So both Horn and Rimbu into the game at the same time. Horn goes into a middle forward role and Judah takes over at dummy half. Pressure came from Kikau, so quickly on the boot. It's gone deep. It's Sivo. Couldn't control it for a 7-tackle set.
And he never looked comfortable then, Micah. Going back, you can see he's worried about the dead ball line, where the dead ball line, where the sideline is. And he tightened up.
Behind it.
The hands got hard and just dropped this ball. You can see he's thinking, where's the sideline?
Well, his footwork was all wrong. He was all unbalanced. Ended up tripping himself over before he had a shot at the ball.
Labour attacks. A drop out from Taruva. Into the starting position for the visitors, the Kumuls. With a 4-0 lead. DeBellin scatters them. Horn now at first receiver. Lamb has to be quick. And is. McDonald has the ball jolted free, and the knock-on created by Valame, was it?
Yeah, rushing defence forced this error. Lucky Lamb showed a bit of class here. He moved on the pass, got on the outside of a rushing defender. And shot to pieces. Nano McDonald is disappointed. Nice pass on the outside. And then the wingman coming from the outside, Valame, forces the error.
It's in, Kevin, just wait.
Missed opportunity for PNG.
Surrender!
Fell into the tackle and did well to avoid a head knock there, Valame.
Judah, give space! Here, take him. No, 2, well done.
Home fans looking for an inspirational play by Fiji Bati. Yet to hit the scoreboard here in the opening quarter of the game. Kami Kamitha able to target Rimbu there. Brilliant run by the skipper. Off the back of that, Taruva goes to work.
Last tackle, Moira. Hold. Go, Judah.
Already a 2-time grand final winner with the Panthers. Montague hangs it up. PNG not interested. Get a handy bounce to McDonald.
Caleb, clear it. Lock in.
He looks dangerous around the middle of the field. Taruva is usually on the back of a Kamitha charge.
Held. No, 2 is there.
Oh, out of the line, targeting a victim, and Kamitha rounded up the winger. And Wanga Blake follows the lead of Kamitha. There's no go forward at the moment for PNG. And another fly out of the line from Tui. The kick from Labour under immense pressure from Wanga Blake. It'll bounce. And Sivo watch it come to him. Micah And what a set that was defensively from Fiji, and they're rewarded for it. Look at this starting position. Taruva able to link up.
That's better. It's power forward. Let's get out of the advantage line, short passing together.
Milne. How about the inspiration provided by Tui Kamikamitha on that previous set with a couple of tackles made. Now Donahue. That's in Navale. Slowed down by the work of Labour. Nakambuwai. Plays it on the last. Tangi Tuimā will go to the left-hand side for Donahue. Taruva throws the dummy, goes back to the halfback. This kick's well weighted, and Jennings gets there. Fiji Bati have their moment now.
I think there'll be an obstruction here.
Right, Director, we're going to have to look at a pocket obstruction.
There's a defender taken out.
Yep.
Slick play.
All right, Director, if we could show from the high angle any obstruction in the lead-up,
Send it up as a try, which is a positive.
You keep your eye on, I think it's Labour. And watch with Viliami. He plays at it, but outside shoulder.
All right, Director, if we could just play that through one more time. Go back on that one.
Viliami runs to the outside of Labour. The Labour plays at it. You can see this.
Viliami runs to the chest of Kyle and stops in the line and impedes the defender. This will be a penalty. Decision made.
Couple of looks for Liam Kennedy in the bunker. You can hear some boos, but there's plenty of celebrating as well for the Kumuls supporters. Their second game will be in Rugby League Mad Port Moresby on November 3 against the Cook Islands. If they can win here in Suva, they'll be well on their way to potential promotion. They're keeping Fiji Bati scoreless. How long will this opening shift go on for Kamikamitha?
Well, we're 24 minutes into the game. The only try came from an 80-metre intercept. Those sets of defences have been really good, well organised. Probably helped a little bit because the attacking game's a little bit clunky. If anything, PNG look better structured. Their ball movement's better than Fiji. We sort of tipped that before the game with Lamb and Laybud in the halves. But the defences are good.
Here's Labour out the back for McDonald, spotted a hole and busts through the tackles. The fullback pops it up to Rimbu. And what a turning point in the game. Try denied at one end, PNG score at the other.
Yeah, Neno McDonald, he's showing his class and athleticism. Look at the crowd, they're into it. They're loving it. And Neno McDonald, getting one-on-one tonight, he's been unstoppable. Gets through Jennings, Kamikamitha. He's beat some good defenders there, and look at the late offload. He's a class player, Neno McDonald.
First try for his country for Judah Rimbu, and they were queuing up here, Gus.
Certainly were. And as I say, they're structurally they've looked better than Fiji with their ball movement. And then Nene McDonald's class on a couple of occasions has threatened to break through. That time he got through, got the offload, and plenty of players in support. Judah Rimbu, he scored the first try in the Prime Minister's 13 last week as well. It was a little sneak out of dummy half. Tonight he's come off the bench and supported, and plenty of PNG jerseys there to accept the pass.
It's had time to work on that try celebration as well. 16 tries in 23 games for the PNG Hunters this year. And remember, Edwin Epape is the star number 9, but he's out with injury and surgery at the moment.
Lightning out of dummy half. And once again, it's the most dangerous spot to attack.
Yeah, right, thanks. That is time off.
So PNG in control here.
You often see that, the disappointment of having a try disallowed at one end and the other team comes straight down and punishes you with a try themselves. It's almost a 12-point turnaround there. They just couldn't compose themselves after having a try denied. And PNG jumped to a lead.
That's 9 tries in his last 8 games of rugby league. PM's 13 last week, international stage this week, and with the PNG Hunters, he finished off the season really strong due to Rimbu, 23 years of age. Might just be an NRL player in waiting.
Well, he's always around the ball. He passes it, then he wants it back. Whoever he passes it to, he runs to them and says, give it back.
He's got a lot of trust in Reece Martin as well. He's already gone to him a couple of times on that left edge. Bellin takes the line on this time. Milne had to get up quickly. Here goes Rimbu from dummy half. And complaining about a high shot or crusher. Rimbu plays it. Labour, who played a couple of games in the NRL back in 2017, will find the grass here. Up they go. Sivo left it behind, and Taruva there as backup.
Micah, he was screaming yours. He wanted nothing to do with that high one. He was a floater. He got hold of it late, but they're well on top, PNG. Well on top.
Well, as though Mike had just said, that's not in my job description. I didn't sign up to catch that one.
Almost wound up heading the ball back to Taruva inadvertently. Quite know what you're going to get at times under the high ball. Navadua is on in the 14 jumper. Tangi Tuima a rest in that dummy half role. Played for Doncaster this year in the English second division. Hands on the head immediately from Donahue. And that's why.
There's similar angles where you got the 40-20, that breeze blowing across to that side of the field. And he just gets his angles wrong. This is a big set of 6 coming up here for Fiji. They've got to hold on.
Well, they conceded a try when they were disappointed at the other end last time. Now they've kicked out on the full. They've got to really concentrate here.
6 more, leg lift. Go, no tackles.
Another set restart after the leg lift. Almost the hole opening up for McDonald. Important tackle made by Kautonga. And knocked on by Lamb. That's a let-off.
He plays at the arm. We saw this last night with Eli Katoa.
Right there.
Are they dancing? Were they arguing? Were they joking?
They're pondering.
They know each other.
Kevin Nguama there, smart play. He plays at the arm, knocks the ball, knocks the arm down. The ball comes loose. Eli Katoa did that last night. He won the grand final also on Jerome Luai. Smart play.
In, break.
Donahue. Strong defence again by Labour.
He's been good defensively, Labour.
He's been playing as a lock this year for the Townsville Blackhawks. 18 games, a couple of tries, captain of that team. They flowed from kick out. Can they do something with the second phase? Milne moved it on to Mangama. Kevin Mangama still fleet of foot. There's to Kautonga, and now Blake with a no-looker. Now to Valamay.
That's the way to play. Offload, then move the ball. But your ball moving can come off the offload.
Making the ball sing here. Taruva. Change of angle from Kamikamitha. What about his engine? Still going strong here in the front row. Half an hour in. Is the door open here? Taruva. What a jam by Derby on Jennings. Donahue. The Taruva tripped up on the last. Has to hand it over.
A great scramble defence.
Already given up a couple of 7 tackle sets. They might be a little gun shy with the kicks at the moment, Fiji Bati.
I just think the PNG defence has got them a little rattled. It's not easy. Rep teams are not easy to play in when you have such short preparations. You've got to really simplify your football. Otherwise, you can get a little bit on tilt out there because things just aren't gelling. Playing rep football and playing club football where you're playing train with your team all summer and winter is completely different.
Saw how much better some performances were last year, second up. Especially the meetings between these two teams last year, the contrasting results. And PNG, plenty of players coming out of that Prime Minister's game last week, helping them. Sevo, what do you think? Oh, he comes down with it on the juggle, Micah.
I could feel his nervousness. I could feel the anxiety. Look out.
Ruva just collared, head rocked back. Tackle was fine by Martin. Boys come out here and backwards is the initial call. Milne claiming it was stripped. Valamay had the arm free looking for support. His teammates had clocked off.
Lachlan, get up here. Jack, Sylvester, hold. No, three.
And Kamitha puts his hand up again.
He's having a crack, isn't he?
Here, hold square.
Will take him over 100 metres run to go with 23 tackles. Another no-looker to Ruva. Gets it on the up to Lavadua.
Yeah, we spoke about Jack DeBellum, especially in attack, but defensively around the middle of the field. He's covering a lot of metres around the middle of the field.
Sevo will collect this one on the full. Do your best with that, he says to Jennings. And McDonald well positioned. Almost a shoulder charge. Took out his own teammate there. He missed McDonald and Nene's away. And the pass to Labert would have been interesting to Ruva. Able to make the tackle on his opposite number. PNG in a flow here. Late offload. Labert the recipient this time. Derby, the early try scorer.
Yeah, they're coming to get them.
Rimbu. They stroll inside the 20. Gap spotted by Namo. They're closed just in time for Fiji. Can they hold on here? Rimbu for Lamb. Back to the right for Labour. Change of angles going on. Flicked back out by Simbican. Interesting kick in behind Sevo, and he shielded it well from Derby. Earns a much-needed 7-tackle set.
Yeah, look at the body language of the Fijian team. They're all on their haunches.
Front foot.
Test debut about to begin for Jordan Miller of the West Tigers, who played 2 games this year, debuted round 15. The big bopper out of Concord.
Looks a big bopper.
Shed some kilos too. There's 129 kilos at the start of the year. Offload behind Blake. Man asking to touch him for a knock-on that wasn't there. So 5 minutes before half-time. And the Kumuls keep the home team scoreless until the break. Early in the count here as they go up over halfway through the skipper. Slow play the ball. Milne. Still 2 more plays here, 33 metres out. And Garma with a little word in the ear of the dummy half as they go back to centre field. Navale.
Last tackle, Moyle. Lock in. No, not late, Cosso.
Donahue. Now to Derby's side again. Tapped back. Jennings to improvise. Beware the second kick. From a Fiji perspective, he's put it dead again.
Another 7-tackle restart. Is that 3 for the half? You just can't get those wrong. It just releases all the pressure and gives up field position. PNG team will roll down the field here.
Another score before half-time, and they'll be really hard to run down in the second 40. So much expectation for the Fiji side playing their first home test match in more than 20 years. Fresh legs off the bench. Also Bati, another from the Prime Minister's team last week. DeBellin, late pass, and Lamb moved it on to Martin. Fiji saw that coming.
6 more. They're out their feet, Fiji.
Inside the 20 again. Here's the fresh man. Bati to play it a couple of metres out. Real depth on the left-hand side. Namo is over. And this dream first-half performance continues. Sylvester goes underneath to score their third.
Well, that was too easy. On the back of a 6 to go, on the back of a 7-tackle restart, they rolled downfield, and you got a 6 to go. And then the Fijian team, they could hardly pick their legs up. Namo just gets the ball, a bit of footwork, late footwork, and goes under a defender and scores next to the post. What's this? Bit of footwork, spin, under, surge.
Well, that's some pretty tired defence, and again it comes off the back of a setback or a disappointment at the other end. Michael Jennings kicks it dead, disappointment, and they never really got their heads into their defence the whole set of 6. Gave away a 6 again for an indiscretion, and then some pretty feeble stuff on their line. Plenty of passion there from the PNG players, playing with full of energy, and they've really got to wrap their defence, PNG. Their defence is feverish. It's really frustrating the Fiji side. Good performance. A lot of PNG people in the crowd.
He bounces around, doesn't he, Sylvester Namo? Just finished his first year with Castleford, 15 games in the UK. A lot of UK-based players now representing the Kumuls, including this man, Reece Martin, who makes it 16 points to 0. He's a well-built athlete, Sylvester Namo, and they couldn't contain him there. PNG's number 23 made his test debut against this opposition in 2022 and now has his first international try.
Well, they've got some work to do at half-time, Fiji. If they want to get back into this contest, PNG are just full of running at the moment. Look at this.
Juggle. The ball contained by Syndicate. He scored 11 tries in 23 games for the North Devils this year, including one in the state championship on grand final day. Contracted to the Dolphins until the end of next year. Rimbu out of dummy half. Martin. Flat pass to DeBellin. Chance for more points for the Kumuls. On the last. Through the hands they go. Roderick Ty tried the in and away on Jennings, who clings on as the siren sounds.
Well, that's a great first half of football from PNG. They've moved the ball well, they've defended great and taken their opportunities. They're really on top.
They
deserve their lead.
This Pacific Bowl game by 16 points to 0 at halftime. Watch this space. Have to do it with the defence early here. Fiji Bati trying to turn this game around as PNG bring it back. That's Bandi. 18 games for the PNG Hunters this year. Rimbu, another club teammate, goes to Martin. Seen that combination a lot throughout this game. Legs pumping, and they are tree trunk-like legs for Sylvester Nama, one of the try scorers in that first half for the Kumuls. High tackle by Donahue, and PNG eventually get the call. They couldn't believe the whistle wasn't forthcoming a little earlier.
Well, a leg up straight after half time. Like a concentration there from Donahue, just creeps up a little bit high.
Looks like it's direct.
A couple of Dolphins teammates head to head there. Jeremiah Simbican.
Yeah, nothing really. It's just a lazy arm.
William Kennedy in the air of Wyatt Raymond. No need for the sin bin. Or the number 7. Opportunity to blow this lead out even further now with some good balls straight up out of the gates here. Start of the second half for the visitors. Get a week off before facing the Cook Islands at home in the second game for them in the Pacific Bowl. Very late offload, scooped up by Rimbu.
Well, you can see speed off the mark and that low centre of gravity. Dangerous.
DeBellin for Laban. Here's the depth now. McDonald chimes in. And the footwork from the fullback has been a feature. Out of the defensive line quickly was Milne. Good enough to get DeBellin off balance. Change of direction now for Namo. Flicks it out the back. Laban, early ball for Derby. Running behind a teammate, had to give himself up as Kickow came searching. On the last. Laban to go crossfield. Knocked forward, it appeared, by Martin, and that's the call.
A better defence from Fiji. Held the PNG side out. We've just got to start again here. Try to build some pressure, build some field position.
Wanga Blake. 6th test for him in Fiji colours. Slowed down in that play of the ball. Milne finished off by Namo, who's made every play count in attack and defence. It's involved again. Back-to-back tackles. Donahue around that 40-metre line. Got a 40-20 in the first half. How's that for a catch? A diving effort by Roltinger.
Semi up square. In toe, wait.
He played in the centres most of the year with the Hunters, but playing on the wing for his country. Oh, kick out.
Get up.
Evasive action taken by Matthias. There's the other centre, Roderick Ty. From Mount Hagen in remote PNG. Moved to the coast to study applied physics, and that's where his rugby league dream was spawned. Rimbu, from 30 metres out, goes to Laban, doing most of the kicking. Derby over the top of Sevo, but Micah comes down with it.
They've got to work out how to get their outside backs some quality ball. We spoke about it before the game. There is speed to burn. Taruva, Sevo, Jennings, Wanga Blake, Balame, but haven't got the speed men any quality ball at all tonight. And they get a set start here. Let's see what they can do, the Fijian team.
Do they need to get the Keg King out there? Nathan Keg King, one of the great names in rugby league, waiting to get involved from the Brisbane Tigers club. There's Jordan Miller, a 19-year-old. Imposing figure in the middle, and Milne off the back of that.
Jackie Root!
All the stats in favour of PNG. Miller has another go.
Jack, don't work.
He is a big boy. What did you say, 19? Wow.
120 kilos plus. Great defensive read by Ty. Got to the fullback Taruva. One-hand pick-up by the dummy half allowed Jennings to exploit some space briefly. How did they go on the last this time? Got a lot wrong in that first half. Donahue to go crossfield. Valamay to rise. And off PNG hands, I think. Maltinga with the touch. Fresh set coming up for Fiji Bati.
Well, that was better. Better kick at the end of the set. So Valamay was a chance to go over the top and score. I'll get a middle field, play the ball here.
And they set up a play for Kickow on this left edge. Need to score first in this second half, and here's their chance. PNG have jumped the gun, so tackle count restarts. And Garma to Blake running out of room.
Up and straight now, goal line.
Did the discipline thing. Back to Donahue they go, change of direction for Miller. Get that arm free. Another set restart. Weight of possession for Fiji. Donahue. Quick play the ball. Milne. And DeBellin got to him in a hurry.
Hold up.
You have to go back 10 now.
Tackle 2, out 10.
I think that'll help them.
2.
You can bog down a little bit when the ball's being played on the try line all the time. But their movement is so sideways and it's slow.
It's one out here from Navale.
He's been impressive, Navale. Quick over the ground for a big man.
Miller.
6 more, 10 metres.
But they're setting up all the time.
Set restart after set restart right now. Popped out the back man Garma. And the wing is unmarked. And finally, for Fiji, Semi Valamay.
A bit of unstructured play. That's when they look at their best. Said before, looks like they're setting up for a big play, which doesn't suit their style of play. A lot of it's sideways and slow and really predictable. This time, they get a dummy half, a bit of room on the edge, a bit of unstructured defence, and they get them on the edge. It's up for the cheer for the home fans. Just dart out a dummy half and offload and get some unstructured defence and a nice pass on the edge.
So the Fiji halves, you've got young Kurt Donahue, who's not very experienced. I mean, this will be a step up in level to what he's been used to. And Kevin Nagama has never really been a playmaker. He's been an outside back most of his career, but he shows his experience here on the back of an offload. He's able to pick off the 3-on-2 and find a nice pass for his winger to get Fiji in. And they come on the back of 3 back-to-back-to-back set restarts from a little bit of ill discipline by the PNG side. So Fiji have shown if you can keep the pressure on them, you can come up with points. They've got the first on the board, which is important. Now they're within 12.
Second international try. And Tane Milne, unrecognised kind of goal kicker.
I don't think I've ever seen him kick.
Yeah, where's Forrest Gump? This could be the box of chocolates. I don't know what we're going to get here.
He's got a very official run up. He's gone back 4 paces, 2 to the side with a little flick kick.
Milne hooking it and waved away. So the margin back to 2 converted tries now. And Fiji get a roll on. It almost got away from the kickoff. Fine bounce in the end for kick out.
When you're chasing 16 or 18 points, you're down to nil. You've got to chase it with your defence. And Fiji did that early in the second half. They defended their line a couple of times. If they can hold PNG to 16, then that gives them their best chance of running them down.
He's been impressive, Miller.
He's a big thing
He's rock.
for a
So
kid.
he's lost. He was 129 kilos.
Lost about 8 or 9 this year, which was his goal. Felt like he needed to get lighter to step up to NRL level. Good a kick over the top, and Derby did well. Jennings trying to go over the top of him.
Yeah, again, a little bit of a rush of blood there. Turned the ball over cheaply.
First set in a while for the Kumuls.
Yeah, and they're nice and bunched, the Kumuls. It's taken a fair bit of energy out of them.
McDonald though on top of the ground.
Yeah, he recognised it. He got himself into first receiver to get them active again, showing his experience and also his commitment.
First touch for Ila Alu on his test debut. He's the starting lock last week in the PM's game. Tight window down that short side with the kick, and Valamay used by Taruva.
And I think these outside backs have got to go looking for the ball. I don't think their halves are going to get it to them often enough. They've got to go in and help Sevo, Jennings, Wanga Blake, Valamay, Taruva. Get your run meters up. Love that. Love a dummy half run.
Double up, dummy half run.
Beautiful.
That's the way to play Fiji.
Go again.
And the markers were struggling. Fiji saw that opportunity.
That's good. Change of angles around the middle of the field. Offload.
That was waltzed inside the 20 here. Halfback taken down. He's out of play now on the last. So Jennings goes to kick out. And the intercept thrown again by Viliami to the same man. And Derby being hunted down again. Turning Navale inside out. Here's the support. Goes to Nene McDonald. And PNG punished. Kick-out again.
Well, they decided to run the ball on the last play. Kick-out was looking for the miracle one around the corner. And Derby picks him off again. It wasn't just a straight run to the line. There was some Fiji defence coming back. And Nene McDonald, I said in his previous run, he showed not only his experience, but his commitment to the cause in a run that he made when they were struggling a little bit. Look where he comes from now to back up and score this try. He could have just been cheering his winger from way back there. He had to give him 40 metres start, but he still looms up just in case. And just in case was what was needed. And he takes it way to answer back for PNG and extend the lead out to 16 again. Nene McDonald has been the best player on the field from here to the moon.
He made up a lot of ground then, Nene McDonald, didn't he? Have a look at the athleticism here. Watch the jump. He has got fast twitch.
You know yourself, when you're defending and you're gassed, and and PNG have been like that, and your wingman gets an intercept, you sort of stand back and cheer, don't you?
Cheering.
You're cheering him on. Nene McDonald didn't. He kept going, even though he was probably no chance to pick him up. But because Derby had to change direction a couple of times, Nene McDonald is there. He's been outstanding tonight. Really good.
Couple of game-changing moments by Derby as well to intercept kick-out twice in the ball game. He's only played one NRL game, Robert Derby. His stats in that game, 215 run metres.
Really?
I think he got an injury after that, didn't he?
And an injury this year as well to boot. Yeah, that was against Parramatta a couple of seasons ago now.
I think he's a prolific try scorer at sort of cup level.
So Reece Martin lining up the conversion. We'll make it 22 points to 4. What a game from Nene McDonald, 30 years of age. Controversial move to Salford a year ago, but had a tremendous season with them and has brought it to the international stage now in the Pacific Champs.
How did Salford go this year? They made the semis?
PNG Hunters are in the semis in the Queensland Cup. There's a lot of players for them here. And a dummy from Rimbu. Fine support as well.
Charge.
It was. Rimbu ready to go again. Short side raid this time. Quick hands, delightful. The Kumuls are purring here. And Derby, what a move. It's opening up here. Robert Derby cut down in the end. It must be on now. Rimbu knows it. From dummy half, he's bombed one there, I reckon, Judah. Had to go through the hands.
He had to find a pass. He had to find a pass. But Derby, he's having a game. There's nice slick hands down the right side from the PNG Kumuls. Oh no.
Look out, look out.
Gone by PNG, I think. Would have bailed them out, but it's play on.
Well, PNG just looks so much fitter. Oh, it's an over-enthusiastic penalty. You got your other opposition team under the pump. You don't want to give them a cheap out, and they've given them a cheap out there. Just over-enthusiastic.
Salford.
Made the final.
Bit of trivia. The great Ryan Giggs, Manchester United soccer player, his dad played for Salford.
Yeah, right.
Rugby league. Welshman.
Up now, Reece! Lock in! Hold!
And Ryan Giggs, you know the Malmaninga try off Ricky Stewart, he was ball boy that night.
One of the great tries.
His sporting hero is Malmaninga, Ryan Giggs.
Right. He became a sporting hero for many. He nearly went length of the field famously for Manchester United in the Cup semi-final against Arsenal. That is a good stat, Joey. We'll bring that out on trivia nights. Tiebreaker.
If I ever go to a trivia night, Speedy, you're coming with me.
Here we go. Wanga Blake. Trying to put that right foot step. How's that? For a little flick out the back as well. And Kautonga plotting something similar. Able to find Valame.
Nice play there by Kitiani Kautonga. He's got plenty of skill, that boy.
Taruva shaping to kick. Eventually did. And Simbican dives on the loose footing.
It's just the class at the back end of the set of six. They really don't have the halves. They don't have the playmakers. Your fifth tackle options are so important. Fiji have fallen down on that on most occasions. They can't reapply the pressure.
As you can see, bottom right corner next Sunday, 4 p.m. time slot. The Kiwis against the Kangaroos.
It's a Christchurch team. Looking to get a team in the NRL. Down to South Island, out of Christchurch.
Hey, got worried about a 40-20, did he? And he's left it behind for Lamb. How's that for soccer? Skills, and Martin didn't knock it on. Yes, he did, said the ref.
Yeah,
well, Lockie Land's listening to the commentary. He thinks he's playing for Man United there. And off the left boot, very, very much like Ryan Giggs. There's a great Johnny Sutton.
poor old Reece Martin looked like he was about 65 years of age trying to get down to this. Look at this. It's just, oh dear, oh dear.
Oh, my back.
That's how I'd look. Tried to pick up the rolling ball.
The referee, Wyatt Raymond, being in position to adjudicate on that knock-on.
Everyone heads in and wait.
One of the great names in officialdom.
He's got to be a cowboy, hasn't he? Big tackle.
Roderick tie on Sevo. He doesn't get rocked like that too often. He played for Warrington.
Plays for Warrington Wolves, yeah.
Sam Burgess' first signing he was. Scored 9 tries in 23 games this year. Oh! Massive shots! Flying out of the line. Jacob Alec Winky.
As on our man, Keg King.
Welcome to the ball game.
Tap that kick.
Donahue from just outside the 40, so pressure is off on McDonald.
Oh, that's a great kick.
Out of the corner he comes.
Surrender! Stand, Michael. Hold, Billy, Nathan, wait.
Slow motion right now. Understandable fatigue. Setting in here in Suva.
Stand, Tane, Jordan, hold, Jordan.
Day 2 of the 2024 Pacific Championships. Robert Derby tackled by Nathan Keg King. It's involved in back-to-back tackles. Fiji's number 20.
Last tackle, clearance. No, not late, Nathan.
Rimbu looking for his kicker. Lockie Lamb, little dab in behind. From one corner to the other. Great set by the Kumuls. They give up a soft penalty for the high shot.
Director, if we could just get a replay of the tackle, please.
It was a nice finish to the set. Just giving the ball back to the Fijian team inside their own 10. Get it into that box, that 10 by 10 box right near the sideline. That's when you build the pressure.
Bunker just checking out that high tackle. Not
Was that
moving
from
any further. And a love tap. It's the follow-up work maybe. Second arm around the head as well.
Oh, he's bobbling around a bit, isn't he? They need a try now, Fiji. I don't know how they're going to manufacture it. They need one right now.
Quarter of the game to go. 3 converted tries minimum required.
Really impressed with the fitness of these PNG players and their teamwork in defence, their real commitment.
Here he goes. Keg King able to get some post-contact meters that time. Skewiff looking play the ball. Miller, what about that? Nice stepping out of a tackle.
Play off that. Get out of dummy half, go.
Donahue. Mangama don't want to score now after what went on with the lead runner. And Wanga Blake went down, so play on now, on the last. Donahue, runners in motion. Good looking kick around the corner. Again, it's Simbican though. He gets to the loose footy.
Reads the play really well. Once again, PNG Kumuls. And they repel the Fijian team.
Square, hold.
Jordan Miller, he's made an impact, hasn't he? Another big off-season for the young man. Work on that body, work on his fitness. Some raw talent.
He went to Fairfield Pats and played for the Australian schoolboys. On that trip, he came to Fiji in 2022, so no stranger to playing rugby league in this country. Jordan Miller.
Nathan, Billy. Jordan square. No, not late. Inside.
Kick from well inside the 40.
Catch.
Sivo was back on the last.
Run 10 all on.
Fans trying to wind him up. And Micah busts through the initial tackle.
Robert,
Good starting position here for Fiji. Taruva as they swing it from one side to the other. Nangama taken down. He's been playing in the centres the past 2 years for Huddersfield. Evan Nangama.
Parkland, get off the arm.
Fiji's games record holder. 25th test for him today.
Parkland, clear it. Away here.
Milne complaining about it. Whack around the chops. Miller in those pink boots. Ran into Simbican.
Last tackle
really
here, have a
good.
look. Last tackle. Go. Not late.
Donahue. This kick will find the grass. How's the bounce? Oh, he got there on the blind side and is celebrating a try with minimal confidence.
He chased hard his own kick.
Yep.
That's no try.
No worries. Director, if we could just start from the point of the kick, just freeze it on that one.
McDonald took a risk, didn't he? Trying to let this one go dead. Donahue had a chance to pull his pants down.
Kick chases are being cleared on side. Players are running shoulder to shoulder.
He gets the handle on him and goes on. He gets it down on the line.
He's already dead himself if he does ground it. That was deemed shoulder to shoulder.
His left elbow's on the, he's already out.
Liam Kennedy weighing it all up in the bunker. You're okay with Reece Martin's shoulder to shoulder work there?
Yeah, just bumps in the night. Used to happen in football all the time before we had 11 cameras in a bunker. Just bumps in the night, part of the game. Gee, they're energetic. I was saying last week during the Prime Minister's 13, I mean, if the siren broke and didn't ring, they'd play for 3 days. They wouldn't stop. That's all they want to do, is just play footy.
Labour towering Matt Burton style kick, and Taruva did well to get there on the full and bounce straight back up. Sevo. Need to go at better than a point a minute if they're going to hunt down PNG here, the home team.
Well, they need to find some halves from somewhere, just some creativity and some organisation, and a kicking game, a fifth tackle option game. They're physical, they're willing, they're trying hard, the Fiji side. And, you know, 2 of the tries have come up from intercepts, so it's not as though they've been defensively terrible. They haven't.
Well, I've spent plenty of time over there surfing. I'm sure if they gave me an island, I'd come out of retirement if they need some direction. You're going to see the Prime Minister, eh, Monday?
I'm over there on Monday. Monday night I arrive.
Toss it up with him.
I'm going over to Suva. I'll go down and have a look at this ground. I like the look of this. I'm staying at the Grand Pacific in Suva. Actually doing some clinics, some junior clinics, I think, with the Fiji team.
And the team that's coming in, what?
The Silktails, so the Fiji Silktails, they're already playing the Jersey flag competition here in Australia.
That's Petro's involved with that, is it?
Yep.
Petro Sydney Seaver.
Petro will be there. I'll be with Petro for a couple of days. I've got a few people to meet. But the Canterbury Bulldogs are going to form an association with the Silktails and see if we can advance their academy programs over there. We've already signed a couple of young Fiji boys. One we've got coming out to go to Newington College, I believe. Quite a brilliant athlete.
Oh, no look flick pass, doesn't come off too often, and knocked on by McDonald.
So the development of the Pacific Island nations has come a long way in the last 15, 20 years. How do we develop halves moving forward in those regions?
That's an interesting question, because I just haven't been there enough to see it. I mean, most kids that have got a desire to play in the NRL for the past number of decades have migrated to Australia or New Zealand early in their sort of childhood to go and get those opportunities, because the opportunities aren't there in the islands to develop. Rugby is much stronger, and a lot of kids are taken out of the Pacific Islands to go to European rugby, especially at a very young age. So we just need to combat that with similar programs for the rugby league.
Well,
and we
Fiji,
will.
The sevens is huge over there, rugby sevens.
Yeah, and there's great opportunities for them too. You know, I mean, young kids in the Pacific Islands that get the opportunity to earn good money overseas and get an education is paramount.
Good pass.
Kickout finds the mark this time. Sevo.
Laboured again. Defensively been really strong today.
Yeah, 2 games with the Cowboys in the halves, partnering Michael Morgan and Ray Thompson in 2017 when JT was injured. His brother out after doing his ACL early in the season in the NRL with the Cowboys. On the Blake again, running out of room. Almost threw an intercept there, did he? He held on. Under pressure. Standing start, Donahue. And look at this, hitting the ground running. This is a front rower. Alec Winky.
Yeah, and again, 5th tackle option, just a poor kick and meekly turn it over to PNG. It's just in the classy touches of the game. Look at this. That's brilliant.
McDonald quickly. And didn't go to the winger there. Opportunity missed by Matthias, perhaps.
That was really classy there from Nene McDonald.
Playing with real confidence here, the Kumuls.
Yeah, they've just got more finesse in their game at the important parts. There's no real finesse or footy smarts with Fiji. Jack DeBellin's been enormous.
Michael, roll out.
Labert able to play that ball somehow under pressure from Jennings.
Held.
No way to crash over there for Valentine Richard, but there's still one more play left. Rimbu to fire it left. McDonald keeps it alive just. Back to DeBellin. How's the kick? That's played at. That's another set coming up. Jack earns another 6.
Coming to one.
All part of the plan for DeBellin.
Billy Army. City, hold.
So they can set it up again here. Alu finding his front.
You feel like a try is coming, don't you? Fiji are out on their feet.
DeBellin just dragged down by Keg King. Rimbu sets it up for the front rower, and Valentine Richard, if he hasn't scored there, it's a miracle by Kickout.
What a save.
That's a play, isn't it? He was over for all money. Kickout's come from his left edge position to make a tackle on the right-hand side of the post to save a certain try.
Scored 6 as well this year for the Hunters. Valentine Richard denied there. Defence on Alec Winky.
Tackle, Billy.
Rimbu thinking short side. Laboured out to Derby, who had room in the corner to get around Sevo, but it's a forward punt.
Ah, spoil sport. Lovely pass, great vision from Labert. Derby again, he looks quite the finisher, this boy. He's been very active.
Jack, tackle.
All right, Director, if we could just get a replay of this tackle, please.
DeBellin catching Kickout high.
Samoa. Samoa's in the UK at the moment.
Yep.
Yeah, on their way.
Yep.
So talking about the halves there, they'll have Jerome Luai playing in the halves with... Is Anthony Milford still available for Samoa? Is he still playing? Because you look at Tonga, Tonga's got young Katoa. So moving forward, you know, he's going to be their halfback for years to come. Anthony Milford's with the Samoan team.
Inside the final 10 minutes here. It's been 22-4 for a while. And Kamitha tried to lift his team back into that first half. Kickout running behind Jennings. Donahue taken down. Where are the points going to come from? Fiji Bati, Milne for Taruva. They keep it alive, Donahue, nice move, kick out. Juggled it at the key moment, hasn't been Billy Army's night.
Yeah, but look who's there, Jack DeBellin. He was there to cover. Is this place on the planet tonight?
He's run for about 240 metres, and what about Derby's performance? He's going to crack the 300 barrier here.
Yeah, he had a couple of long intercepts in that. But by the same token, he has been good. Emma McDonald has been outstanding. Whether it's Simikins had a good game tonight. Jack DeBellin's been wonderful. Labert's been good. Just those experienced players in and around these willing players makes a huge difference. And the halves have been the thing.
And there is potential that for and against comes into it to see who tops the Pacific Bowl standings. 18-point lead is handy away from home first up for PNG, who play their next game at home. Cook Islands, Port Moresby on November 3. Fiji hosting the Cook Islands here next week.
Geez, that'll be a carnival atmosphere, won't it? That'll be a sellout.
Saw plenty of games up there last year in Port Moresby in the Pacific Championships, and those PM's games last week as well. An experience for the school.
Well, that's
as well.
There was the famous Pacific tournament in the early 90s where Tim Sheens went and bought Noah Nandruku, John Lomax, Quinton Pongia. Found all those players playing there. He one of the first great Fijians, Noah Nandruku. Fafita, John Fafita, he was one of the first also.
They were going back in the early side, inner side and upper side Tonga. Played with the Dragons, brothers who played with the Dragons. Were they twins? I don't think they were twins, but they were Fijian.
Good chase here by Wanga Blake, forcing PNG to knock it dead.
He's an athlete, isn't he, Wanga Blake? And the Guama brothers, they were at Newcastle. They played together. I think at one stage in the outside backs, the two Nguamas were there with Aquila Iwate. Knights had 3 Fijians in the outside backs.
Stay behind! Stay behind!
Given some extra latitude there. Long delay before a skew-F looking dropout that might just work for PNG. Bouncing ball. And it has worked out in the end. Foot on the line from Jennings. And a knock on to boot. It's all going right for Demetriou's side here. What are they going
Director,
to
we're going to have
challenge here?
Captain challenge here.
I think they're going to lose that challenge
to look for a knock on, so we need to start
somehow.
the kick and go wide to clear kick chase.
I think they're only using it for a breather.
The kick chase has been cleared as onside. The ball now travels 10 metres.
Good discipline from Derby not to get a touch on that before it travelled 10.
Incidental contact we're playing on from this point. And then the ball is knocked on. The captain's challenge is unsuccessful.
Tommy, energy, finish strong there, energy.
So Michael Jennings has represented Australia, Tonga, and now Fiji. Tyson Frizzell, he represented Wales, Tonga, and Australia. So they're the only two, represented 3 nations, I think. So he's in the squad this year, Tyson Frizzell, for the Tongan team? No. He's not big enough to make that pack. He's only 105, 110 kilos. It's the biggest pack I've ever seen last night. Nearly 700 kilos.
What do you make of Australia's performance in the end?
Oh, defensively really strong. In the end, their class, I thought the centres, Trebojevic and Hemiso, geez, they were good. They had 8 players who haven't played in the semi-finals, I think, 7 or 8 players. Australia, so they'll be better for the run.
Massive game next week against New Zealand.
Well, it's a rare day game. Day test. In the last day test last year, Kiwis got us by 30.
Surrender! Let go! Horn
Just almost in the dummy half position.
Jack, you rude.
Little tunnel ball through his legs and no penalty forthcoming. Line speed by PNG in the 75th minute here.
They've been terrific. 10 out of 10 defensively tonight, PNG. And a lot of it in just effort areas, just commitment.
Liam, get up. Jack, wait.
Fourth man in there due to Rimbu, just giving Sivo one to go on with. Milne.
Well, when the game's over, Judah Rimbu will go and try and find another game that's on, because he won't want to stop playing. I think he walks around with the ball every day of the week looking for a game somewhere.
PNG.
Sean Johnson coming out of retirement, into retirement, now to retirement to play for his country.
Answering the SOS from Stacey Jones.
It's great commitment, isn't it? What a player he was.
So Jerome Hughes is out, injured.
Nicarima, 5'8". No Kieran Foran, no Jeremy Marshall-King. He's a bit forward there. Fisher Harris, Tarpany, Leo Thompson, Nicara. There's some bruises when the Kiwis play Tonga.
Looking again ahead, potentially this PNG team is playing a New Zealand, Australia or a Tonga for promotion to the Pacific Cup next year. Look at this for Nene McDonald, all designed for the fullback.
It's a lovely play. They've tried that a couple of times tonight. They haven't quite timed it right. They got it beautifully done then.
Well, on this performance, they'd challenge anyone tonight. PNG.
Last tackle, Kitty.
Rimbu having a survey left and right. Lamb's kick for Derby. He got there in behind Sivo and scores another one.
And there's the difference. There's the difference between the teams. They decide to run the ball in the last play.
Just pause it on the boot. We need to start at the point of the kick.
Gets the ball to Lachlan Lamb. Cool head. Just gets it in goal.
He's not sure. Sent up as a no try.
Bring the ball wide. Bring the
right side
up.
has been cleared as onside. All right, if we could just get nice and slow on the grounding attempt here, Director.
Really?
All right, Director, if we could just go back on that same angle and just place it nice and slow.
There's half a chance here.
When that ball bounces high, after they get the downward pressure.
And we'll just step it once it gets to the grounding links, Director.
Liam Kennedy trying to get this one slowed down to see whether the grounding is all okay here from Derby.
Look at the ball bounce.
If we could just go from the other side, thanks, Director, just at that grounding point again, thank you.
Need binoculars to see it from here.
Nice and slow here. Go back for me, just, yep, and step it through.
Left hand of Derby. Right hand of Derby.
Robert Derby knocks the ball on in the in goal.
Andrew Johns might have got that done about a minute ago if he was in the bunker.
I can think of better places to be on a Saturday night than in the bunker. Maybe 1,000 places.
So 7
Nice
tackle
play.
set.
Nice play from PNG. The big play there, they ran the ball wide, which brought Micah Sivo up. And the big winger, he was slow to turn.
Chance potentially to get a consolation try here, and you never know with for and against how invaluable 6 points might be in the final wash up, but they've coughed it up here. Big contact in the middle.
It goes to show how bit of frustration in the background. Donahue and
Diffused, it appears.
It's all good.
saying defensively, how well-educated players are now coming through. Last night, Tonga defended really well. Fiji's only scored 1 try tonight. That's a great tackle.
Now, defence is a funny thing, you know. It's about system, it's about technique, it's about fitness and strength. You know what? It's about 90% attitude too. You can train it and practice it and theorise about it all you like, but if you've got the defensive attitude, look at this fella, he's been terrific. Oh dear.
Suspicion of obstruction as well, doesn't matter now as PNG cough it up. It's a ragged finish to this one.
Geez, he moves nice, Valame, for a big man.
I like him, I've always liked him.
High stepper. He's had a crack, Kamikamitha. He's played really well.
No, I think all of Fiji have tried hard. They just haven't got the finesse. They just don't have halves, and that's nothing against the ones they've got. They're trying hard, but experienced halves at any level, doesn't matter what team you're playing with, are very, very important. He's tried hard, this kid. He's got a bit of ability. It's just a new level for him, that's all.
Another flick from Milne. Longer Blake. Lining up Matthias. Might be their last crack here. And they add to their 4-point haul. It's been tough sledding inside the red zone. Jennings, little tip on out towards Sevo. Dangerous in these situations. Back to Jennings. And DeBellin on the wing.
Again, DeBellin in cover. The game's won, minute to go. The attitude of Jack DeBellin.
Oh, what a take. Aggressive play, but they were offside where that Roltinga it was with the claim above head.
10 metres. You can't challenge 10 metres.
Well, great performance. Thoroughly deserved the win.
It's not quick.
Built on great defence, plenty of commitment.
Penny.
Nene McDonald's my man of the match.
Release it. Let him play it. Go one.
I think Jeremiah Simickin's been really good. I think Jack DeBellin's been wonderful. Leibuck's been wonderful.
This guy's had a tremendous game. Lifts it up into his own in goal. Then has an air swing and Sevo might get the consolation try.
There's a few whoopsies in that.
Oh, no bunker. He backed himself, Kevin DeGuama. Early kick. And there's some fumbles.
It's already gone. It's already gone.
Official player of the match confirmed, Nene McDonald. And a late try here for Micah Sevo, who scored 17 in 12 games for Parramatta this year. Including 5 in his last 2. Derby's not tackled without the ball there, is it?
No, play on.
No, play on. That's okay.
Is Micah at Parramatta next year? He's still there, yeah?
Still contracted.
I believe he's going to, he's close to signing over in England, maybe with Leeds. Am I getting that right? Am I breaking news?
Nice, Stone.
He's been linked to the Leeds Rhinos. Brad Arthur is coaching there, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I heard a whisper this morning. Where was I? Secret meeting.
Oh, Tane Milne. Sign him up for the goal-kicking duties. Converts the try, but disappointment for Fiji Bati here as the PNG Kumuls make a statement in the Pacific Bowl opener. They come to Suva and win by 22 points to 10.